familia. ¡Sin música! ¡Sin música!
Si quiero ser un músico, tengo que vivir mi momento. Señor de la Cruz, ayúdame a seguir mi sueño. ¡Wow! ¡Vete, espera! Quédate conmigo, amigo. No sé qué es este lugar.
Yeah, there kind of was, actually. I think we knew some about Dia de Muertos before we started the project, but we knew we had a lot to learn. And one of the stories that we heard while we were traveling was this idea that we're all capable of dying multiple deaths, that we die our first death when our heart stops, and then we die kind of a second death when we're buried and nobody can ever see us again. But we learned about this idea of this third and final death, where when there's nobody left in the living world who remembers you and can tell your stories, that you kind of have you die forever. And that seemed like such a striking, poignant idea that we hadn't heard of before, and we knew that it needed to be an important part of the story that we were telling. Especially because a lot of our movie takes place in the land of the dead. We had to ask ourselves, what are the stakes in this world? What are the dangers in the land of the dead? If everybody's dead already, you know, what's the danger? But in this case, this idea, which is a very real idea, provided us with that. You know, this notion that even for the dead, they have to worry about how they're remembered, and because they face this fate that we see depicted in the film.
And it underscores the importance of this cultural celebration so well.
Yeah, I mean, we're open to anything. You know, part of the impetus for telling this story is that I wanted to do a film that embraced music and singing quite a bit. And it was a bit of a journey to end up with the movie that we ended up with, but in the end we decided not to make a traditional kind of Broadway-style musical, but to make instead a film that's very much filled with music and a lot of performance and a love of music, but do it in a different way. In the end, we feel like, you know, there's more than one Christmas movie in the world, so why not more than one Dia de Muertos film? I respect the fact that The Book of Life, directed by Jorge Gutierrez, has a lot of very rabid fans. People love the movie very much.
And love Jorge.
Yes, but you know, we're not telling anyone to not love that movie. You know, they can love that movie and they can love Coco as well. They're two different stories, and I know that Jorge would agree that we should all get along. This isn't a competition. We just we were both inspired to tell, you know, beautiful stories set against this lovely tradition.
He came to our premiere, and it was really fun to have him there. We've become good friends with him.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't really our goal ever. I don't think we ever talked about, you know, teaching children about death. That wasn't what this was about. I mean, death is a part of our movie. It's a part of Dia de Muertos, of course, but you know, this isn't a movie about grief or death. It's about life. It's about family, and those are the things that we wanted to celebrate.
At the end of the day, I think that it is uplifting and positive because as we're representing the Mexican traditions, you stay connected. As long as you remember your relatives, you stay connected with them. And on this one day of the year, you have this big family reunion. And so we're happy to have this reflect the truth, which of their habits and ways. So,
and if it does spark conversation in families in a good way, then we're happy to facilitate that.
Yeah.
Casi amanece ya. Ahora tú debes decidir.
¿Qué estás haciendo?
Camino igual que un esqueleto. ¿Para ser igual?
No, los esqueletos no caminan así.
¿Así lo haces tú?
No es cierto. ¡Ya basta!